begging for more. Big talk, big ring, thin as smoke. I was dancing with fire and I felt that choke. Heart in my throat, hand on the wheel. I kept saying maybe, like maybe it was real. One more swing, one more spin. The house was smiling, letting me in. Bet it all, bet it all, bet it all, baby. Bet it all, bet it all, bet it all, maybe. Ride too high, burn too fast. Cash in my pockets, gone in the blast. Bet it all, bet it all, bet it all, baby. Bet it all, baby. Now the room went cold when the line turned red. Tall, tall dreams fell down like a stack of lead. I chased that shine through a hungry rush. Found a velvet trap in a glossy crush. Every win got loud, every loss got mean. I was rich for a second, then I split the scene. No chain, no crown, no lucky hand, just a mouth full of dust where my promise had been. Oh, heart in my throat, hand on the wheel. I kept saying maybe, like maybe it was real. One more swing, one more spin. The house was smiling, letting me in. Bet it all, bet it all, bet it all, baby. Bet it all, bet it all, bet it all, maybe. Ride too high, burn too fast. Cash in my pockets, gone in the blast. Bet it all, bet it all, bet it all, baby. I learned the hard way what hunger can do. It puts on a diamond face, then it runs right through you. One step back, one breath in, a little less thunder, a little more skin. No more craving, no more show. I want my feet on the ground, where the real ones grow. Bet it all, bet it all, bet it all, baby. Bet it all, bet it all, bet it all, maybe. Ride too high, burn too fast. Cash in my pockets, gone in the blast. Bet it all, bet it all, bet it all, baby. I burned my lesson, now I know. Bet it all, and watch it go. I'm away from the porch, dust on my Chevy tail. One suitcase, one good shirt, and a pocket full of mail. I learned to read the weather by the bend in the corn. Then I traded that river road for a train in a dome. Taller buildings, harder rise, cold cash, cold skies. I held my breath, I held my ground. Then I heard that city sound. Boots in New York, heart still small town. I bet on my name and I never back down. From dirt roads to gold floors, I found my way. Boots in New York, I'm still that boy today. Now I'm calling numbers fast while the ticker runs red. Learn the game by the minute with a pad and a thread. From soybean fields to big deals, I can read a room. Every rise, every fall feels like thunder in June. Taller buildings, harder rise, cold cash, cold skies. I held my breath, I held my ground. Then I heard that city sound. Boots in New York, heart still small that boy today. Back home they still call me son, still say don't forget where the fields meet the sunset and the nights get wet. So I keep one foot in the past, one on the floor. Every win I bring back is for the folks I'm for. Boots in New York, heart still small town. I bet on my name and I never back down. From dirt roads to gold floors, I found my way. Boots in New York, I'm still that boy today. Yeah, I'm still that boy today. From the dirt road to the trail. Boots in New York. Hey.
Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Somebody give me a sound check. Let me know if you guys hear me okay, if all is good. Testing 1, 2, 3. Let me see if, give me a +1 in the comments. Let me know if you guys see me, hear me okay. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, all good. Very nice. All right. Got a great new show for you guys today. We are trading a revamped version of my BK dots indicator today that I'm going to walk you through. I'm going to let everybody come into the room and just wait till everybody comes in. I'm going to show you some of the things that I'm trying to do here. Hopefully they'll work. Sometimes they don't. A little bit of chop in the pre-New York market here. Then I'm getting myself caught in a little bit, but that's just part of the play. You have to absorb it. So good morning, good morning, good morning. Let me see where you guys are at. Good morning, Bob. Good morning, Peter. Hi, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Okay, so let's start. New version of the dots indicator, very, very simplified by Kathy. Most of the elements are the same, but they look a little different, and I wanted to kind of walk you through it. First of all, the candles are just green and red. White candles are like the more muted red candles. The super red candles are the super sell candles. The neon green candles are the super buy candles. Okay, it's kind of like much more intuitive. The big dots is the beginning of the sell trend. The big green dots are the beginning of the buy trend. I'm getting just whipped around a little bit here today, and we're gonna go the other way. Hopefully I'm not gonna get too badly whipped around on this one. Let's see if we can make this work at this point. Let's see where we go. The look and feel pretty much similar, just a lot more intuitive, less, a lot less confusion basically in the trade. The actual setups have been reduced to 3 very clean, clear setups. It's basically beginning of trend continuation, and reversal type of setups. So this is a beginning of trend. small dot, large dot, small dot, beginning of green trend. That's a clean, just basically a bull new trend structure, right? Regular green dot, neon green dot as a trade. The flip side, red dot, big red dot, small red dot is the beginning of a sell trend, right? That's it. It's all it is. The bull trend itself is simply any neon red or neon green candle. That's the beginning of a bull trend. If you're taking that trade, then you're basically betting on the continuation, right? Right now we're just like in massive chop where every signal, every breakout is a fake out. So I'm getting whipsawed around a little bit, which is fine. I'll it's part of the play. I'm gonna show you how you try to absorb the whipsaw as much as you can. And then the most interesting setup is the reversal setup, and that's the setup where what you're looking for. And I'll show you what I was trying to trade. And I'm basically this is a setup that I trade outside of my statistical table. I try to take it as much as I can. So let me show you. So the reversal setup is neon green followed by a red dot, right? That's a reversal. Oops, shit. That is a bearish reversal. And the flip side of that, neon red followed by a green dot, that's a bullish reversal, right? Now, what happens occasionally is that you kind of get whipsawed. Here's a bullish reversal that dies. Here's a bearish reversal that dies. And now, back to the bullish reversal. None of them are quite working yet, but we're staying in the trade until until we're proven wrong by the low getting taken out. We'll see if they can lift it back up to the upside, or whether it's just going to go back to being a bearish reversal. And if it is, we're going to give it one more shot. We kind of give ourselves 2, 3, maximum 4 shots at trying to resolve the reversal. But generally, the reversal trade resolves within 1 or 2 attempts. So here's a reversal trade to the upside, right? Red neon followed by a green dot, done. Here's a reversal trade to the downside, red dot after a green neon, reverses to the downside. Here's a fake move. And we're trying to hopefully see if this is the real move to the upside. We'll see. We may just be getting chopped up for the third time in the zone, because today is a very, very choppy day. That's the only drawback of the reversal trade is of course this kind of chop move, and you really can't know ahead of time if you're going to be caught in chop until you kind of caught in chop, and you have to. The way you fight that is you trade small, and you try to absorb it 2 or 3 times, and if it doesn't work after 2 or 3 times, you just give up. You go onto the new account, come back to this one when things settle down. It's it's rare, it's rare that you're going to get caught in a tornado, but the key thing is not to fight the tornado, just to walk away until the tornado settles down. So, we'll see. It feels like we're just chopping really, really badly between the 77 and 97 level. This 20, when you get into that 20-point chop, and it goes 3 or 4 times in that chop, that's the most vulnerable point of this reversal trade, because you need like 20 to 30 points of extension to make it work, and it's just it's just not doing it right now. So I'm just caught in this little chop. So if I get caught, I may give this one more time, and if it doesn't work, then I'm going to walk away from this trade and walk into a new account and just start looking for new ideas. So I'm going to reverse one more time on this thing. And if I get chopped out, that's it. This is the high over here. I'm going to try to resolve it, not for full money, but just for a little bit of money, because at this point, I'm just looking to recover, not fully resolve, because this is already third or fourth move. And, you know, if it chops me out, it chops me out. We don't have any statistical setups this hour because, according to the data, the 8 o'clock hour just is not offering us any possible edge at the current, you know, ATR structure. The news this morning the only really kind of a news hit today was this new announcement from Taiwan, which actually we were short here, so it worked for us, but it was like a real rock that Taiwan was going to control some of its chips to export to China. So that kind of rocked the market, and we came right back on a trade. And they've just been chopping around since then and continue to be doing so. So not much, no. All right, so we got some of this back on the flow. I could have gotten a little bit more back, but this was just a very, very trying move. Up, down, took like 4 times to retry. So we'll stay patient. We're now basically in red trend mode, and if we want to expand our edges to a little bit more, we can see if there's anything, beyond the edge. So yeah, it looks like a bear reversal and bull trend on a 12-point ATR stop. That's the thing. The ATRs are just kind of very, very tight, have a little bit of an edge. So a bear reversal is exactly this. This is a bear reversal, and the red dot against the neon candle. And a bull trend is literally a neon green candle, right? Followed by neon green dot. So we can watch both of those right now and see if anything on the bullish side develops. But generally, what we kind of want to do is it's the idea of trade every turn. Even if we don't have any statistical setups, we always have the turn setups that we can watch for. And most of the time, with the exception of like this little chop over here, this turn setups tend to work our way. So we'll look for the turns as they go. We actually got this resolved not too far from. We got this resolved right over here, so it wasn't really a terrible. We did a good job resolving this trade, given how choppy it was. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Am I trading CPI? CPI is, I thought that was tomorrow. CPI is tomorrow, no? CPI is tomorrow, guys. We're going to trade CPI tomorrow for sure. Today, there's just not much news. There's just trade balance red hook. Okay, so back to our trade every turn structure. These are red neon candles. We get a green dot. That's a reversal trade for us. Okay, we will try to trade the reversal move. If this is a big extension downward, great. Then there'll be a better bounce back. No problem, Mohammed. I've been there when it's the wrong day. The right day, the wrong day. So if you guys like this new version, the BK Dots indicator, email me, contact@bktraders.com with your trading view ID. Just say BK Dots in the subject line, I'll put in my name, contact at BK Traders. And give me your TradingView ID. Make sure you give me your TradingView ID, not your email address. And I'll give you like a 7-day peek into this thing because this is still in beta, but we're wrapping it up. We had a couple of interesting suggestions in London. Somebody suggested, I thought it was a good idea. I have to figure out if I can do it. Can we get an alert? If the bear reversal is setting up at this particular time, in other words, if I have a positive edge trade during this particular hour, can I get an alert on TradingView for that particular setup? And I'm going to see if I can actually configure it that way. I'm not sure if we can do conditional alerts, but if we can, that would be very, very good. Because basically we can say, okay, hey, if this setup passes the filter, and then let's say the filter is 7.5% edge, then give me an alert, and we'll be able to do that. This is not published, Ben. This is a beta version, not going to be available for anybody. This will ultimately be the DOTS version we go with, but right now it's in beta, so I'm letting people just kind of test ride it for about 7 days. I'm not publishing this under the other one is going to be retired as an indicator eventually, and this one's going to take over because it's a much simpler, easier way to keep everything around. The other one got so unwieldy with so much stuff in there that I even confused myself. So Kate kind of redid everything into really 3 very clean, clear strategies: trend, new trend, reversal. It makes it very, very easy for people to follow it. I mean, I hope so. I think it's very easy for me, at least, to follow it. Let me know what you guys think about it. Good morning, everybody. Who's joining us early? It's 8:20 in the morning. We are just starting the New York session. Trade this probably till 10:30 today. We'll see how much time we have, and we're definitely going to trade. We're definitely going to trade the CPI tomorrow at 8:30. $88.68. Pretty quiet in the markets. So this new legend, also, by the way, if you hover over it, I think it hopefully makes it a lot easier to. Oops, can I hover over it? Oh, here it is. Yeah, if you hover over it, it will tell you what each strategy does and gives you an explanation. Again, you want to get access to this version of VK Dots, just email me and I will send it to you. See what's going on in the news today. Not much. Yeah, I don't know if you guys have been following the Kospi. The Kospi is insane. 10% up days, 10% down days. All right, here we go. Do we get a reversal trade? Let's take a look. We're waiting for. We have a neon red candle waiting for a green dot. See if we can get at least a reversal trade. This is kind of like trade every turn structure in a quiet, choppy market that hopefully gives us a little bit of an edge. Slope turning green over here. We need a green dot. Trying to see if we can reverse some of the sell-off over here on the move. Not quite. Oh, the other thing that's new in this thing is that the Tokyo highs, London highs are all visible in the chart the whole time. So you can actually mark yourself against those if you're trading anything. If you're trading, fade the moves, look at the support, that kind of stuff. We're definitely very, very quiet here today. Let me know if you like the look and feel of the indicator at this point. If you feel it's simpler and cleaner, which is the idea. Oh, here we go. Oh man, I hate it. I hate it when we miss the move and then the whole bust move over here happens. But it is what it is. But you have to be very, very patient. It's a big, big move here um, on the trade, on the turn. It's basically 69. Wow, 20, 30 point move to the upside. All right, we're gonna stay in it. All right, got to stay on underneath the candle here. Let's see if we can give ourselves some extension here. Move. So at least we got the continuity, but it definitely sucks. I wish we could have been here. That would have been a much bigger turn profit. But we're trading what we can get. You don't get to choose your profits. We take what we can get and we'll trade it. We do have a bull trend edge here, which is not horrible. Now, the thing is that I really think if you want to trade, I was going to say, if you want to trade edge, you don't want to mix the turn, trade every turn strategy and the edge strategies, because I think that really messes up the account. So what we'll do is we'll open up our well charts accounts. What happened here? Ooh, what was this? Oh, I didn't notice. Look at this. Oh wow, cool. They put like a whole new thing on wall charts. Oh, I already missed the trade, but what I was going to say is we'll trade the edge trade in well charts, and we'll trade the turn every take every turn trades in TradingView. This way, I want to distribute my ideas. So the edge trades now, bull reversal coming up with a small edge, bull trend, this was the trade, neon red against the extension. That was the trade we could have taken in well charts. We just we're a little bit busy setting it up. So next time we'll do it. And of course the bear reversal, which is also an edge trade, and the turn every bull and bear reversals. These are our turn trades, right? Trade every turn trades, and they're both also on the edge side. So we're just going to simply, anytime we see these trades, these are going to go into our turn every trade account, and the other ones are going to go into our edge account. Trade balance news came in. Yeah. Yeah, awful market. It really is. It is a kind of a crappy market. VWAP is there. Where's my VWAP? It's there. We have it. Here. It is. It's all the way underneath here. It's just we're way above VWAP at this point. So you can take a look at it. But yes, we kept it. We kept the VWAP and the ICT blocks as complementary inputs, to how you want to trade. Do I use New York opens as a shelf? And what we're doing now is just simply tracking the highs and the lows of each session, which is fine. Because and what happens is the way this works, which is really cool, is the most recent session is dashed. It's telling you that's live, and the prior session is locked. Where's my Tokyo highs, Tokyo lows? Here's Tokyo high, and this one is locked in a fixed line. So this one's going to get locked at about 925, and the New York session is going to come in. So we're going to be able to trade this against a locked level. So still pretty quiet, although we are challenging London highs. It's kind of interesting. What was the news on trade balance? Existing homes coming up at 10. Trade balance was a little bit better. Nothing really much. Optimism a little bit down. There's nothing on the news here that's moving the markets. So basically, we're still very much range bound. If you look back, it's kind of been just trading 29.6 to 2,700, so on and so forth. But it's creating. We do have an edge, setting up a second edge trade here, which we can trade in TradingView here. Let's see if we can get a play off here. All right, in the trade here. Try and come back here, come back underneath this bunch. Let's see if we get any continuation on the trend trade. All right, we did not break the lows of this move, so I added to the position a little bit. This is the only add I'm going to do. I just keep my stops over here. It's either going to hold or it's just going to completely unwind this buy impulse. But it's worth a shot to kind of get myself averaged in, and it just totally unwinds the impulse. So that edge does not work. It completely reverses. And that's just the story of the day today. Today has just been a day where the market is zero continuity to the upside or downside, which is fine. We'll find the next bull trend trade later. But for now, if we get a red reversal, that's going to be a turn trade for us, and we'll take that again. See, yeah, markets are just really very choppy today. There's no directionality. It kind of makes sense because we've had a lot of big moves now, and we're just sort of in chop zone environment today. So we're bumping up against the London highs. this generates a red dot like it does now, that's going to be a sell against, the secondary highs here. So we will try to sell this. All right, in the trade, I'm going to try to sell it against the highs over here and see what we can get on the moves here. Good morning, guys. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the early part of the New York Open. Before the market opens up, it's 8:45, 45 minutes to the open. Very, very quiet market, very choppy. Just basically trading between London session highs and I think Tokyo. Where's my Tokyo levels? Yeah, in Tokyo. So this is a Tokyo high right here. So we've kind of just been trading, not in between, but around there on those levels. Nothing much in the news. There we go. Finally extended. There we go. Finally extending it. Took a very long time down to basically a Tokyo high, like I was kind of saying, from London high to Tokyo high. Just putzing around. Now, back to looking for new trades. But very, slow grinding type of trades. Although when this thing finally dropped, it kind of dropped. We waited over here. It could have dropped all the way down another 10 points. I'm actually curious. I want to see something interesting. If you're using the ICT order blocks as a kind of a confirm, if I go step by step, okay. So this turns on the ICT order block, right? Creates a, so we have 1, 2. How much does that extend? And that extends 3. And that's it. So if you sort of take the idea of like, okay, I have the ICT order block, which is usually the second candle out. This one, let me just make sure that's correct. Does it come up on the second or the third? Second. Okay, so then if you have the second and the block, that's probably actually a pretty good trend trade to take. Because I was just thinking about this. Here's one. Here's the ICT order block forming. So this is the second dot candle. If you're basically using the ICT order block as your stop, then you do have a decent continuation trade. So if you're looking like for the pure trend trade with all of the confirmation tools that we have, then you can use the block like that. So it's basically usually the second dot in the move. If it brings in an ICT order block, you can use that and then use the block as your stop factor. And then you probably get at least one, and if you're lucky, maybe 2 more dot drops, dot continuation moves on that move, which is kind of interesting. Wonder how that, like, what if we traded this like 4 o'clock on basis? So yeah, here's 1, here's 2. You trade that all the way to the order block. That drops the order block. Okay, so now you have the order block this way. Is there more continuation this way? Yes, there is. At least 1 more drop, right? It's kind of like you can kind of just trade trend that way on an interesting basis. Okay, here's a new order block. You're in here. Is there at least one more dot for us to exit on? Yep, right there. Very, very slow, but it does give us not that it really gave us a lot of extension, but it does give us just very, very mild. New order block. You're in this trade, and it gets this one gets rejected. New order block. You're in this trade against the order block. Nope, this one gets rejected too. So that kind of day, super choppy day. Then this was a Taiwan news that rocked the market. Here's a new order block along here. and you get more extensions. Your order block, short there. That's it. So it does help, but in a choppy market like this, you're still going to get clipped out of some of the order blocks. Are you asking about this? This is the ICT order block. It's not a two-pole HMA line. $8.51, almost 9 o'clock, guys. Let's see what the 9 o'clock hour rolls over as far as the stats go. The only thing we have here is this is the 8-period SMA with positive negative slope. The VWAP, London high, Tokyo high, and soon New York high. Those are the ICT order blocks are all the decision support things for us to trade. Yeah. All right. It's boring. So I'm going to ask you guys for a poll just to get some feedback on the indicator. The 1 is going to be good. 2 is going to be bad. I want to see just up and down. Vote on this for me, please. Super quiet here, guys. Super, super duper quiet. Here we go. Reversal trade. Super quiet reversal trade. This is neon reds, first green, giving us a chance for a possible reversal if it holds. So while we had chop, and part of it was me badly played, but there was 2 legit chop trades. So this was a chop trade that fails. This was a chop trade that fails, right? And after that, I shouldn't have taken another trade. This is the thing about making sure that you trade the turn correctly. Sometimes the first red will fail. This is the first green that fails, right? And then the second red is the one that succeeds. So this is the one that succeeded. So we had 1, 2, correct, success. Just to show you, correct success over here, and correct success over here. So we did this one. We did this one. We got chopped around on this one. Oh, shit. I missed the trade, guys. I'm sorry. Fuck. I'm sorry. Anyways, this is the trade that we should have taken, because as I'm trying to explain, I will always miss my trades. I'm sorry about that, guys. Hopefully you guys took it. I'm just going to let it go, because the key thing with a turn trade is if you miss it, leave it. There'll be another trade down the road. Doesn't fucking matter. Don't chase it. I don't want to chase any of these trades. All right, I have a bull trend trade here. Let's buy it. We're going to stick underneath this particular candle. Let's go see if we can make this one work. As I told you, this is edge trades versus turn trades. Let's see if the edge trade works on the Wealth Charts account. So this is simply the bull trend, which is a 3.5% edge our way. Long, because I have, anytime you get a neon green dot, that means you have likelihood of continuation, and we're trying to see if we can get this move extended. Again, the entry was a little too high, but let's see if we can get down over here on the move. Boom, boom, boom. Come on, get me done. Get me done. Let's go. Extend, extend, extend. Extend. There we go. So the edge trade works. We're back to chilling. So both the turn trade, which we missed, and the edge trade worked, and that's good for us. And now maybe we rally back up to London session highs. It's just up, down. And by the way, if you're taking the turn trades, those are golden. That's all. That's honestly, for my own account, that's all I really trade. I just focus on the edge trades, on the turn trades, because it's very, very easy to find them, reconcile them, and even if they don't work, they're going to work after a second or a third time. When you're working for edge trades, what I really want is like really high spreads, like 10-12%, and those are usually like 1 or 2 per hour that you want to do. But when they do come up, you could actually do them in larger size to get yourself in the proper edge. See the buy edge actually really extending all the way to the London session, really working nicely. We took just only about half of that possibility. Does the indicator work on the 5-minute time frame? Yes, it does. It actually works all the way up to the 15-minute time frame. It's really cool. It goes, here's a 2-minute time frame. See, on a 2-minute, by the way, this is really interesting. On a 2-minute time frame, by the way, for those of you guys that want to trade longer term things, you see how the odds are much bigger, and the edge odds are better. You have much wider. One of the reasons is because the ATR on a 2-minute time frame is just much wider, and the 5-minute time frame. There's a tiny little edge over here at 9 o'clock, but yeah, the ATR here becomes 50 on a 5-minute time frame. It's very interesting. I think the 2-minute time frame actually probably offers some interesting, more positional trade ideas. for you guys to work with. And here's the 1 minute. Oh, did we just turn to 9 o'clock? Oh, wow. So look at this. Sorry, I was like, oh, why did the data change? So the 9 o'clock data changed. ATR goes to a full 25 points. That means if you're trading with anything less than a 25-point stop, you're just going to get knocked out by noise. So bear new trend, bull reversal are both interestingly bullish trades. Now we trade reversal anyways all the time, but bear new trend, which is interesting, that's not anything that you see right now. You're seeing just bullish data. But if we start getting a bear new trend as an edge, we should trade that. That is a 60.5, 10.5% spread. One key, here's a little trick that I will repeat this constantly to everybody. A 10.5% edge, double it. That becomes 21%. 10.5 plus 10.5 is 21. For every $100 you bet, you expect to make $21. That's your expectancy ratio. That's how you work the expectancy ratio. It's very, very easy to work backwards. Good morning, everybody. Everybody's starting to crawl back into the room. So bullish impulse returns. We don't have any. We do have a bull trend here. We do have a bull trend trade here, but this is actually not a bull trend because we need a neon green candle on the move. So we'll leave it alone. But what I really, really want to wait for is the bear trend. The bear new trend. Sorry, the bear new trend, because that's a big red dot, small red dot move, because I think that's going to be a really good trade for us. Even if there's only one edge trade this whole hour, that's the one I kind of want to trade. So again, hitting the ceiling against the London high. This is London high. This is Tokyo high. We've been bouncing back and forth. If you kind of see it, we've sort of been bouncing back and forth between the two pretty much for the last hour and a half. Let's see what it wants to do. Who wants to bet today that we are who voted bad? Tell me why. I want to know why you don't like it. Oh no, maybe you didn't vote bad. I didn't. Never mind. 0%. I saw 2. All right. I guess nobody's interested in the poll. We'll hide the poll. Stop the poll. Hide the poll. What was it talking about? I just forgot my train of thought. What were we talking about before? So we are now New York session. All the volatilities are going to expand into the 20 zone pretty much, at least till about 11 o'clock. So you want to be very mindful of that when you're trading your stops and targets. Fresh session highs here, guys. In a bull new trend trade. So we could, if this holds, we could do this on our edge account. Well Charts edge account. See if we can make this happen. All right, we're in the trade. Yeah, you can hear all the fire. It's quiet. It's actually a lot louder. Usually with sirens and everything else. There's a fire station literally. I'm on Broadway, and then there's a fire station literally on the same street as I am, but like on the opposite avenue. They're always loud as hell. But Broadway just has 1,000 ambulances and police cars blaring sirens all day long. Do we getting a reversal trade here? Let's see. Oh, that's interesting. We're actually getting a reversal signal here. 23 seconds left. We'll see if this red dot holds. Remember, this is a red dot against the neon green. We'll see if this gives us a little bit of a sell move here. All right, we're in the trade against the highs over there. Let's see if we can get the reversal move here. So I'm still in that edge trade long the greens and see if it can get one side or the other side working here. Now, another green dot, that's positive for my edge trade. Let's see if it takes me forward here a little bit. So this is a bear new trend right over here, which is the highest, one of the highest probability trades that we have. So I'm going to reverse here. I'm going to flatten out, reverse on my edge trade. I'll come back. I'll show it to you. Let me make sure that I can get into it. I'm trying to get into it. Here I am on my edge trade, trading it the other way around. The idea being is that, if this is a high probability trade, it should work for us. We'll see. High probability stuff. It doesn't always work for us. It's only, 10% spread, but it's a high edge trade. So big red, small red. Let's see if it kind of resolves to the downside. This is the edge trade here that we're trying to trade. So trading this edge trade over here, trying to get it down much as I can. See if this is going to work. There we go. There we go. That finally resolved, and the turn trade resolved too, which is the trade that we were trading. We were basically trading the trade the TET trade every turn. But this is a good example of like where the probabilities were on your side, and I obviously added to the probabilities and just try to press it, and that obviously helped on the edge trade. So had I been a little bit more patient, I took a very low probability trade, basically like a 2.9% edge trade, just because I was bored. But had I been patient, just simply waiting for this one, wouldn't have needed to do this. And I think it's always like a really good lesson. If you want to trade frequently, you trade the trade every turn trade. If you want to trade accurately, you wait for the edge trade with the highest, juiciest value proposition, and then you trade that. So the other edge trade with the highest, juiciest value proposition is going to be the bull reversal, which is after you get a bunch of reds, you get a green dot to the opposite, which 9:15, that's almost setting us up for the open, and pretty much what we're doing. Is everybody starting to understand what I'm doing here? Is that starting to make a lot of sense to you guys? Yes, no? Give me a thumbs up. Excuse me. But that's why these things are there for a reason. They really do help you make better selections if you just kind of trust the data. now we're starting to sell off again off the London high into the Tokyo high right over here. Let's see if we find a little bit of support here. It's just been riding the waves here. Just riding the waves. Making sense, making dollars. Making sense, making dollars. Very cute. Is that making sense to you? Very cute, very cute. And actually, you know what I like to do, and this is a very good practice, is I only want to see just the best setups, the 7.5% or better spreads. So this way you don't get tempted into taking, you know, unnecessary trades. So now basically the bear new trend still high probability and the bull reversal. Those are the two edge trades that we want to do. More selling. $13 minutes to the open. See if there's any news. Who's going to be trading the SpaceX IPO? It's coming out Friday, right? Oh yeah, sorry. I was going to explain the changes, but I did it early in the morning. But then everybody's coming back, so this is a good time. This is actually a good time. 10 minutes before the market open, let's understand what the new BK dots structure is doing. It basically simplifies everything that we've done. Nothing structurally has changed. So the dots themselves, the candles themselves, are just divided into two colors instead of like four colors. You have the super neon green, the super strong green candles, which are neon green, super strong sell candles, which are neon red or red, however you want to look at it, right? The normal green candles are green, the normal red candles are white, right? Because the problem with putting in any other color than white is just very hard to see. So that's the only compromise we had to make. So give me a +1 if you understand that, right? That's the basic candle formation. The early warning dot, or the beginning of trend dot, went from being a big white dot to just being a big green dot and a big red dot. So this is early warning buying, early warning selling. Okay, give me another +1 if you kind of understand that. So that's the beginning of a big green trend, and that's like another dot over here that's being blocked, so on and so forth. Here's an early warning buy dot, early warning sell dot. Okay, that's number 2, right? ICT order blocks come in as a support mechanism; they stay here. The VWAP comes in as a support mechanism; it stays here. Sessions are now marked by lines, so they're always visible and much easier to trade on a minute-by-minute basis because they're always anchored to the end of the chart. So you see the London high over here, Tokyo high over here. At the end of London high, this dotted line is going to become solid blue. That means it's locked. That's the end of London high. There's no more changes. And the New York high low is going to become dashed. Whichever is the active session becomes the dash session. The other sessions, like you see Tokyo here, which is a locked line over here. So you can always see your levels simply by by watching how they're locked on the thing. All right. Give me another +1 if you kind of understand that. So now, the only thing that's left is the strategy table and strategy legend. And those have been divided into 3 very clear strategies. There is new trend or beginning of trend strategy. There is just trend continuation strategy, and there's a reversal strategy, right? The beginning of trend is always big dot, small dot, big red dot, small red dot, big green dot, small green dot. Okay, same idea, just different colors. Give me a +1 if you understand the beginning of trend strategy. And it sort of shows it over here in the thing. The only thing I don't know if I could do, I don't know if I could do this. I'm actually kind of curious. I wonder if I could. we definitely could change this. We changed the coloring. I don't know if we could change the size. I wonder if I can make this a small dot, and then it would be really intuitive. Then you would really, really understand that it's a big dot, small dot thing. Would that be helpful to you guys if I could shrink the second dot in the sequence? Then you would understand that's the beginning of trend. Let me know. Just give me a +1 on that. Right? Bullish trend is simply the neon candles with a dot. It's a neon green with a candle, neon red with a candle. Those are bullish trend ideas. And bullish trend in the strategy here is basically takes every single trade, but obviously I think you should only take one of first couple of trades, because the more you go, the more you choose. And then the final thing, which is the trade this is what we're using for turn every trade. By the way, I'm missing a trade here. Should we take it? I guess we should take it. I'll take it. Hang on. Fuck. I'm talking. All right, let's take it. Probably going to eat this trade, but it's fine. I still want to show you. So this is a turn trade. This is the bullish reversal. What's a bullish reversal? The bullish reversal is when you have neon reds followed by any kind of a green, or neon greens followed by a red. This is a reversal we traded to the downside. This is a reversal we're trying to trade to the upside, right? We're just going to try and see if we can make this move to the upside. And we're going to just put ourselves underneath here on the stops. This is a trade that I trade all day, every day, because here's why I like this particular setup. Not that it always succeeds. It may even fail 50% of the time. It actually does not. I think it actually succeeds 55, 60% of the time. In this particular case, in this hour, it's supposed to succeed 61.8% of the time. It's not that it's always successful. It's that it will eventually be successful. It's very, very rare that I have to do more than 3 trades to get my reversal to work, right? Sometimes it's gonna not work. Sometimes it's gonna work. Here we go. Go. I'm just gonna take it out right now because I'm talking. But it's another example. It's a good example. Reversal working, right? Reversal working. That's what we're. That's the easiest trade to kind of handicap throughout the day, the night. There's always a reversal. In small choppy markets, the reversals are actually quite much like during Asia and London. There's a lot more reversals, right? I mean, in Asia and London, generally, you don't have unipolar, monolithic, uniform moves. You generally have big waves. In the New York, the waves are sometimes less frequent, but they are also a lot more turbulent. You have lots more amplitude, so you have lots of opportunity to trade them. So my point being is these three setups, trend, new trend, reversal, are the core ideas. And we simply simplified how to use them on the chart, and then you guys can use them to your heart's content. Now, all of that is also backed up by the data set. So if you have a data set like we had here with, bear new trend, bull reversal, giving you good edges, you can press your trade. Just like I pressed my short trade over here. I started over here. I was confident that it was gonna work. I had a good edge, and it pressed all the way down. And frankly, the edge is much better than I pressed it only like maybe halfway. It had another 20, 30 points to the downside. But you don't look a gift horse in the mouth. I take the trades as they can. So that's it. That's literally the BK Dots now covers literally every price possibility in I think a pretty intelligent manner. Does that make sense to everybody? Is there any questions you guys have for me on how these things work now? Tammy, I'm going to see if I can create smaller dots here to give you a little bit more intuitive control over the strategy legend. But, Kathy was right. We're going to create a whole new version of this indicator, and she wanted a much more simpler, easier, more intuitive thing. I'm not publishing the update yet. No. I am, however, letting you guys beta test this. If you email me your TradingView, I will give you a secret access to this thing for 7 days. We're going to eventually publish the new version, but for now, I'm just I'm letting everybody have a 7 day beta test to the indicator. Just email me your TradingView ID and say BK Dots in the subject, and I'll enable it. The email is contact@bktraders.com, guys. contact@bktraders.com. Oops. We got 1 minute to the open. Let's see what they want to do. It's really now the reversal really taking hold. Well charts will be ready when Well Charts opens up its coding, which could be in about a month. When Wealth Scripts becomes public source and you can code to it, I will code to it. So I'll let you know. Rob promised me that it's going to happen hopefully within a month. And then, once he opens up as a coding platform, I'll be able to do it for you guys. Up and down move on the open. Lots of fake outs. Okay. So remember, bear new trend. Bear new trend is an edge for us. So we can go back into our well charts. And if we get red dot, in this case, in the well charts, it'd be purple dot, red dot. We're going to try and trade that trade. So let's see what we can do here. So far, we got nothing. Market is just moving both ways. 5 seconds left. We're between the Tokyo high and the London high on the New York Open. Kind of cool to see those lines on the chart, so you can react accordingly. Drop and pop. Yeah, kind of. It's more like whatever, right? Not exactly a big vol day today. Oh, so another thing that I kind of wanted to share with you. You know how with Apex we can do single trade funding, right? Just do one trade, and you're done. So I actually think the reversal trade, the take every turn trade, is actually a very, very good candidate for that. Okay, we're getting a possible bear new trend trade here. We're going to switch over to our wealth charts to see if we want to trade this. If this red dot holds, we're going to short this. A big if. (16, 17 seconds left. Yeah, right at the VWAP, right? Right at the VWAP. Shorting right into the VWAP. It's going to be interesting to see how this works. Nope, no dot. No dot, no trade. No dot, no trade. Let me see what's on the other side. Nope, no dot, no trade. By the way, you notice that there's always a difference between a trading view VWAP and the wealth charts VWAP until we get to New York session. I always find that really interesting. It's like I don't know how they're calculating, but there's clearly a different calculations on each one. If this becomes a dot, then we trade it. We'll see. What was I saying before? I totally lost my train of thought. I was thinking about, I'm going to show you, if we don't get a red dot here, then we're probably not going to get one. So there'll be no trade, but I'm going to show you how you could get funded on one trade using the reversal setup, which is really, really cool. Okay, maybe we're going to get it. Let's see. Never going to get it. Never going to get it. All right, we're going to short this against the high over here. Let's see if we can get some continuity. We get some continuity, get some continuity, get some continuity, get some continuity. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Thank you very much, Mr. Statistics. That was very, very fast, very clean. You had to be super fast because this was the open market opening, so it's all going to be really, really a while. But here's what I want to show you. This is actually a great example of what I mean. Obviously, market open is a fertile territory for this kind of a trade. But think about what's needed. Let's imagine we're going to do a $25,000 account, right? $25,000 account. We need 2 minis to go 156 ticks. And this only applies to trailing dynamic trailing edge accounts, because you can't do it with end of day, because at end of day they stop you from trading at $500 retrace, right? So you absolutely need the freedom to trade the trailing account. But if you have a trailing account, you're looking 156 ticks, which is, I believe, divided by 4 is 39, basically 39 points, right? You actually need a little bit less, but you're going to take 39 points. So imagine you're taking this short over here at 24. You almost made it. Now I guess you don't. You don't quite make it here, but I wonder if you can make it here. What is this? 87. Yeah, this is actually a couple of really good examples. So these are reversal trades, right, that require about 37 points of movement in one way, in one direction or the other direction to get funded. So, you know, you're long here, 90, you're looking for 37, you're at 27 right then and there. Boom, you're done. Here you're looking at 701, and you're looking to come down to 68. Yeah, you are not almost done here. Almost done here. Sometimes you won't get the full move. But here's the thing that's kind of interesting is if you're getting if you're plus 30, like think about, you can trade this idea in two stages. Stage one, if you go plus 30 and it's not moving, it's not moving further towards your target, you just get out. Wait until you get the next reversal signal. Hang tight in that. Then you're only needing like 10 more points, and you're obviously well beyond that. And all you need is just at very worst, a two sequence reversal signal, and boom, you are funded on essentially one trade in Apex. You spent an hour, you got funded, very, very inexpensive. Obviously with Apex, right now the 5-pack is still I still think they're offering the oops, really? What the hell has happened there? Why? Oh, okay. Jesus, that scared me. You see that? That was wild. Okay, let's go over here. Where are they offering? Yeah, they're still offering the 5-pack. This is really the great idea. The 25 intraday trail, which is the one we want, the cheapest ass one we want. That's $85. So you buy the 5-pack. I think at very worst, 2 of them get funded like in one of these trades. At best, maybe you can get as many as 4 funded. Think about that. You're getting 4 funded within a day, $85 all in, and then then you got 4 live accounts that you're trading, which is a very, very fast and inexpensive way of doing it. So let me just make sure I put this. Trading Influencer says he loves what I'm doing. Okay, let me put the Apex. Remember, it's BK Save, and also, by the way, the new I think the new code that works with us is PT Edge. You can use either one, and they will work. And it will work as a trade. Okay. All right. What's going on over here? Still negative slope. Big red dot. Small red dot. Give it to me again. I'll go trade the edge setup again if I can. Influencer saying you love that he's saying this. You have 30 points written on the whiteboard. That's where I like to get out or a partial if I'm trading 2 or more micros. This is not for micros. This is for minis for getting funded. I don't mean this isn't like your regular day trade. This is just like win or die type of trading. We trade this during the news sessions. But my point is that there's lots and lots of times during the day using the dots reversal setup, you can get yourself funded. In fact, I'm gonna get a 5-pack tomorrow, and we'll play around with that strategy all day, any day. Maybe I'll even get 2 5-packs. Maybe I'll get 1 5-pack for wealth charts and 1 5-pack for Trade Evade, and we'll play around with that strategy for both sides. In the meantime, I'm yapping, and I gotta sell. I gotta sell over here, right? Am I right? What the fuck is going on? Do I not have a sell? Yeah, I have a sell on my thing. Yes. Flat. And we're out. Sorry. I can either yap or I can trade. So, take it as it is. As I told you guys, we have the setup coming up. I'm just gonna rock it anytime I see it. It's a 62% setup. That's a very good edge. We took it. We're back to green. We're pressing it. Anybody take that with me? Anybody take the bear new trend? By the way, I'm totally open to better names for these things, but oh, hey, Johnny Trades, good job. You took that, Cheryl? Good job. Good job. Good job. Um, yeah, I mean, that's all you need. You need the setup. You need the edge. You take it. You kill it. You're done. Now we're kind of just chilling. See if we can get a reversal, bull reversal maybe down the line. But I think that's a fun idea. Wouldn't that, isn't it a fun idea to be able to just get it one and done on reversal trades, regular trading hours? No need to wait for news. We can just get ourselves funded, get the funded accounts all organized. That's definitely a lot of fun, right? Look at this. We're still trading for all intents and purposes, guys. And this is why I kind of really like the lines. I mean, astrology, I hope you like this a lot because I was thinking about you when we were building these lines. We're basically trading London high, Tokyo high range the whole fucking time. This has been our range. If you think about this. And to me, you know what? Shit, I forgot. Sorry. Let me, I need to set this. I always forget that I got to do Chicago time. Okay, so yeah, so now New York is open, right? And to me it's interesting because like if we start rocking, and I know astrology, you're super bullish. Oh, I have a reversal trade, guys. I got a reversal trade here. Okay, let's focus on reversal trade. 16 seconds left. Maybe this is the trade that takes us to session highs. What do you think? We're going to run. I know astrology is super bullish. Let's see if they're going to take out New York highs on this run. All right, we're long this. Let's see if it wants to come in and take me out. Come on, baby. Come on. There we go. We take the move. Now, this is a massive candle. And honestly, if I was trading this off screen, because I didn't want to just get you into kind of bad habits, I would have actually put this into a mat. I would have put the stop over here and run it all the way through New York highs. I knew there was a very, very good chance they're going to take out New York highs, but I want to take the highest probability. There we go. We're taking out New York highs. If you guys took this full trade to its full extent, it was pretty obvious this is where it's going to go. But it's pretty cool, right? Yeah, one and done. You see how the lines really, really help you target the moves. Astrology has been very bullish on breakouts, anyways. So if you have that posture and you can see that they're gunning towards the New York highs, it was a super easy trade to take. Super easy. I left a fuck ton of money on the table. I could have doubled that trade, but it is what it is. I can talk or I can trade, but I can't do both. But you guys can trade. That's really what it's all about. It's about you guys making the big bucks. Anybody take that trade with me? Who took that pop? That pop and not drop English. That's pop and pop. You know what we should call pop and drop English? We should call it pop and poop, because that's what happens. It just lands, right? Versus pop and wop. All right, good, guys. Finally getting a little bit of price action, getting a little bit of movement, taking out the New York session highs, getting a little bit of pressure behind there. All the accounts turning green, jet blue, making me feel good. Wop wop. Yeah, that was a good scalp. But it was really obvious. Like you see the New York high in direction. Tomorrow's CPI will be crazy. Maybe we'll see. We'll see what's the market anticipating on the CPI numbers. The market is looking for a little bit more muted, actually. 6 against 5. 4.2 though, year on year. Yeah, you may be right. Core still a little bit more muted, but yeah. Imagine if CPI. Oh my God, what if CPI comes in under 4? Holy shit! Is that gonna rock the world? That's gonna be a great trade for us if it's super positive. We'll see. All right, so now this, remember I was saying to you how like Tokyo High was acting as support. What's so cool about this, and I noticed this yesterday, is you're going to start to see London High now is acting as support going forward. And even at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, you're going to see that level. If it bounces off that level with dots, that's a really good trade. It's going to give you some very, very interesting possibilities. As long as it bounces, if it slices right through, then obviously, you're down. You're down for the count. All right, we are through the 800 level. This now turns into a bear route. Good job, astrologer. Yeah, I mean, this is what we love to see, and these continuous neon candles. That's what creates the super, super strong trend. It's just that we had other setups that we were doing the turn setups, all of which worked really, really well. Now we're going to just chill out a little bit. Man, I need another espresso. It's espresso time. New York high 831. London high 748. Let's see if I'm right about this being like a support point. We could run away. I mean, let's see what's going on in the news flow. Nothing much. Nothing. Just stocks extending gains. Gamma squeeze, huh? Hey guys, who's trading from LA today? Anybody? Have any LA traders today? Wow, look at this. We just keep extending the move. Holy moly. This is the first break of the lows over here. Wow. First break of the lows. I'm going to do a little bit of a fuck around trade just for fun. On this first break of the lows against the New York session highs. If it takes me out, it takes me out. I really don't care. It's just a small piece. But let's see if I'm right. I was almost there. I was going to say, let's see if I'm right on this little. And we go. I'm right on a little scalp. So I rarely, this is not for the faint of heart, and you only want to do this in extreme parabolic situations like you have now. But this is sort of like a trade off of our other ideas. When you have 5, 6, 7 consecutive, parabolic moves, right? The first candle that takes out the lows, that's the key thing. It takes out the lows, is the pause candle. And if it's a pause candle, then this whole area over here is very likely some sort of like it's very rare that you're going to get a pause candle and a V-shaped move back up. You're generally going to get some sort of a pause battle to the short side, and you're able to then capture some of low risk, reversal short trades. It's not in any of the books. It's kind of an off the menu trade, but I like it. It works really well, but you really need that very unique set of circumstances where you're going to establish a resistance zone. You can see that. You can sort of see that here. I want to show this to you. It's not well designed. It's nowhere near as clean and clear, but it's kind of interesting to show. It's actually better to show an example where it's not that clear, but how you can still make money. So here's a parabolic 4, 5, 7 candle move, right? This is the candle that finally breaks the lows right over here, breaks the lows of the prior candle. So you short here, let's say with a stop all the way around here. And what you're looking for is averaging in to this zone and trying to take it back. Now here, if you were short here, averaged in over here, came back, you probably broke even. Maybe you got out on the highs. Now, if you did get pushed out on the highs, let's say just for argument's sake, you did get pushed out on the highs. Let me show this to you again on the boomer. I call it the boomer cam. This is the boomer cam. So let's say you shorted over here. Even if you didn't average out, you just simply put a stop over here and try to come back flush lows. You got stopped out. The next trade that takes out the lows, which is this one takes out the lows over here. The short over here against this high absolutely works. So I actually think that the better way of trading stuff, by the way, we're getting a bear reversal, right? Bear reversal over here against this trade. I don't love this, but I got to take it. See how much I can. I'm just going to take a small scalp. I'm not going to take a big scalp, mainly because this is already sold off very, very hard off the highs, and it has a pretty strong chance of retracing before it finally comes into the downside. But so that's why I'd rather just this particular reversal I'm happy to pass up on, even though, hey, look at this, it could have certainly worked for more. What do I want to tell you? News talk of an Iran deal agreement, positive results. Really? Where's the news talk? There's no fucking way there's going to be an Iran agreement. Talks on agreement to prevent Iran from acquiring nuclear weapons are achieving positive results. Al Arabiya, are you kidding me? Citing a White House official source. Okay. I guess the market, this was the parabolic move to the upside, and now the parabolic move to the downside. I actually pushed it out here. We could have had a lot more. I just, I was obviously operating in the dark because I didn't know what this was being driven off of. But it's a good example where you should trust your judgment. But it's pretty big vols, and I just didn't want to take a big reversal hit if I was wrong. Yeah, it could be fake news. Who knows? I mean, it's Arabia. It's definitely going to be a question. It doesn't matter. Honestly, at this point, every news outlet has been fed a bunch of bullshit stories. So Huh. Interesting. All right. So, a full reversal out. Remember, guys, so London high gets taken out, right? Now comes the Tokyo high. Let's watch this. Let's see if we can get the session support levels to help us in our dot trade. So what I want to see here is I want to see a green dot off the Tokyo high. And if I can get a green dot, then I'm going to feel confident that I have a little bit of support here. I don't trade fair value gaps. I think fair value gaps are a complete figment of imagination. Not that they don't exist. I just don't think that they have any predictive value whatsoever. They're very, they look beautiful when you trade them because they're all cherry picked examples. But if you went back and traded every fair value gap, I think people have back tested this 1,000 times. It's less than 50%. Like it's completely interpretive to whatever you pull out of your ass that day. Oh, yes, this is a fair value gap only if Mercury is in retrograde or stuff like that. I try to keep our ideas as interpretation free as possible. So I do like ICT order blocks. They work well for us. So I incorporate that. But fair value gaps, I take it not with a grain of salt, not with a barrel of salt, but with an ocean of salt. Into the Tokyo high, guys. Big selling off. I guess. Do you think it's because the White House denied this bullshit? Why do we have a V-shaped reversal? What do you think happened here? You think it was just completely knocked out, or the market just basically said, this is bullshit? All right, now let's watch this. This is fun. So we have, we had a big green move. We had a big red move. We took a small reversal move on the reds. We could have taken, bigger ones. Now we're just, playing around, and we have the Tokyo high support. And are we going to get any kind of buying coming up off of over here, or is this going to break the buying all the way to the downside? Let's see. Oh man, this espresso is exactly what I needed. I'm so happy. Well, at least the New York price action perked up, right? We weren't sitting here bored out of our minds. So that was really good. Still kind of consolidating, holding, but selling off and actually taking out the Tokyo high here, or at least probing it. If we leave that in the dust, the next level is obviously New York low, right? But I think that's astrology. Is that where you're gonna try and see if you're gonna be a buyer at the New York low? Because I actually think this corridor between Tokyo high and New York low could be an interesting support corridor, unless if they take that out, like on a slice level, that's a very, very negative move. Existing home sales, actual 4.7 forecast, the existing home sales are better. Wholesale inventories, actual forecast 6. Nothing there. So we'll see. Testing the New York session lows here. There we go, between Tokyo high and New York session lows. So really broke all the levels. At London low, right? There's a London low right there. There's your big support level. Oh, at London low, you're gonna make bid at London low. Okay. All right, this is kind of interesting. So we're between Tokyo high, New York low. No green dots yet, but kind of interesting to see what shapes up. No, by the way, no setups, no edge setups on the 10 o'clock hour. We just turned into the 10 o'clock hour. Good to know. So there's no edge setups there. Our edge trades worked, so we're good to go on the well charts. I like this way of doing where we trade take every trade every turn, the TET trade on Tradeovate, and edge setups on well charts. It's a good division of labor. I'm going to do that. I'm much more comfortable doing that now with you guys on this particular structure. So let's see what happens. This is the existing sales data. It's very, very low, came back up. Basically, we've just been scraping the bottom of the barrel from, wow, we were at the 5 million rate, and now we're at a 4 million rate. Holy shit, that's a big decline. Danger Coffee and Breville Barista Touch Espresso Machine. All right, Doc, DRD. Whatever doctor recommends, I always listen to carefully. Okay, let's find this now. Okay, we got nothing going on here. Yeah, I'm going to Google this off screen, Dr. D, because I want to, oops. What is it called? BES 880 Breville Barista Touch Machine. Okay, I'm going to Amazon right now. More selling, guys. More selling. Breville Barista. Wait, what am I? Breville Barista. Oh, man. First of all, I am never going to do. I love doing Nespresso precisely because it's pods, baby. I'm never going to do like grind my own espresso. I'm sure it's great, but I love pods. But yeah, now I see what you mean. That is a serious piece of equipment. Light Chaser, I actually developed a really good trading analyzer and journaling tool for Prop Trader Edge that we're going to be debuting soon. So you guys are going to love it. It has a couple of completely unusual metrics. Here we go. Do I have a buy? I got all excited. We had a green dot, but it disappeared on me. 18 seconds left. Let's see if the New York low, London high hold kind of holds here. 7 seconds left. Looks like it might be a trade. Yep, let's go. All right, we're in play here. Let's see if we can get a move up. It's a big vol move, so you really need it. The stop should be underneath this candle, but I'm just going to eat the stop, um, because if I get another move back up, I'd rather stop short and come back on size than have to absorb the stop all the way down to the candle and then have it reverse. In this particular case, because I'm not sure that this reversal trade is still in place. So I'm happy to wait for a second signal on a reversal trade and come back with size. So this reversal just did not trade yet, but we're gonna absolutely make a second attempt here, because they're trying to hold the New York session lows. London lows right below that. If they break the New York session lows, that's going to be the next level. That's where astrology is going to try and make his bid. If they reverse back up above Tokyo session highs and give us a green dot, then we have a more confident view that there's going to be a more trade to the downside. But right now, the seller's still in control. Right, it's range bound, exactly. It's just range bound. And you may be right. I think they may want to break the New York session lows and test it to the London lows, and then take it back up, which is like the typical dealer move, where they want to collect all the stops across the whole way, and then bring the inventory back up. So let's see. But by the way, like, my whole idea of like trading the one trade move here. Look at these moves here on the reversal side. If you took the move here with the apex move 794, you did two candles in one candle. You were funded. You are funded with one candle. I mean, it's really viable. In the 9 to 11 o'clock hour, it's totally viable to run this kind of a structure, especially on the really cheap apex accounts. I just get funded and done, and then just then trade it slow and steady for the rest of the time. All right, we're gonna kind of last trade of the day today. If I can get it going. Let's get a little bit more zoomed in. By the way, do you guys like my new? I love this, the Boomer Cam. This is my new name for it, the Boomer Cam. You guys like that? So we're looking obviously for a green dot here against Tokyo high, London high over here, New York low over here. I think I'm very proud of that invention today. Looks like they want to come back and test the New York lows. No help for the weary. You love the Boomer Cam. Yeah, I know, baby. I know. We all need it. All right, we're breaking the New York lows. I'd wait. Maybe you're right, astrology. You're diving into the lines then, but I would wait, because I think your instinct about London low may be correct. I think they want to bust all the stops. They want to come back underneath the 500, the 600 level. By the way, just before we kind of wax musical here, is there any other fucking news here? What's going on? Huh. Interesting. We're at London lows there. There we go, my friend. We are breaking all bones. Breaking all bones. London lows. There you go. Nas barely holding out to being positive. Interesting. So we might dip negative here. Interesting. YM and ES holding up much better. So it's a long way to recover. We are really extended. But let's see. Let's give it a couple more minutes. Let's see if they can pop it. This is a big move. Now, the other thing to look for from price action point of view, for even a semblance of a turn, which is not happening we're taking out fresh New York lows. There's really a lot of selling coming in. It feels like they want to take it negative 500. They probably want to take it down to 500. The first thing you want before you even consider trying to buy this dip is you need a red candle whose high is broken. And so far that has not even shown. They're just crushing it to the downside right now. I just had an interesting thought. I watched a lot of traders, short-term trade in my life. Almost all of them are actually turn traders, right? Like I've watched David Green trade. I watched Logan trade. I watched a lot of guys trade. And even though they'll tell you they're all trend traders, they're this bullshit, always picking tops, buying bottoms. And it's not that they're inveterate, turn traders. It's that when you're trading short term, you have no idea how long the trend goes. But you do have a whole set of tools that help you figure out when the trend stops and reverses. And that's what most people kind of focus on. Like right now, this is a super long sell-off. Nobody 30 minutes ago knew this was going to happen, right? The guys who were trading swing just simply got lucky on the swing, but nobody really had an idea because we didn't have any significant news on this. It's not like you could just, forecast that. So because of that, you don't follow the move, because you don't have any measurement of how long that move will happen. But here's where you can start thinking about the turn, because all these things are going to start to come into play. So, for example, can we take out the high of this red dot? That's the first sign of a possible hold and reversal. We're basically through 2,500, by the way. It's just wow. It's a really that's a surprisingly steep sell-off from 850 to four. That's a $400 sell off. We're going to go negative right here. Yeah, sellers in total control. That's a lot of sun. Oh, man. What do you think is causing this? Wow, we broke it. We are below 400, New York low. Yeah, this seems like there's something going on here that we are not seeing. Chief of Staff to the north attack we carried on Iran was preparation for much more significant and heavy strike. Maybe this? Israelis saber rattling? But then on the other hand, you have the conversation that they're almost close to this. Interesting. China released oil from a strategic reserve. Is that why would that be negative? Is that because the market understands that the oil market is starting to really suffer? I'm really trying to understand this unipolar move here. Well, it's clearly driving it lower. We don't have anything to do until we have some sign of stabilization. So we just have to be very patient. All right. So let's see. This not can't even get that. So the high on this red candle, just for argument's sake, the first sign of buyers having any potential, 411. So we have to close about 411 to kind of just take out the high to show us a semblance of buying power. It's not a trade yet, but at least this is a first setup to breaking the monopoly of sellers. What we really want, if we were, this is a very early indication. It's a 50-50 trade. If you buy this, maybe we go up, but we can just easily test the lows again one more time. But this is the first. So you sort of have like the first candle where we took out the highs. If you don't make any more red dot candles, that's a second indication of some stabilization. And then the third confirm, which may be 2 or 3 candles down the road, is a green breakout dot. But what I'm always, you never take the first move, because here, that's exactly right. You get the red dot move, right? You tested the lows. Unnecessary take, to plunge in here until it kind of shows you. Now, this actually is a pretty bullish. Let's see. I tested the lows. I broke the lows. I'll take a punt on this right now against session lows. I'm probably gonna eat it. Just ate it. I didn't have enough room here. Yeah, I want it to be underneath the session lows here. I see if I can survive that, and then do we have a chance to do it again? This is a punt. This is a total punt. There is no real confirm that this is a turn, but it's good enough. It's good enough for a minor gamble. There we go. Pushing it up, pushing it up, pushing it up. Took out that one. So took out, we got some of that move back. Now you sort of holding the lows, still going to chop around, maybe 2 or 3 candles before we can establish any kind of buying pressure. If we get another red dot candle, we're not quite yet done yet. But at least this showed you where the trade, when you could kind of come in for a dip. You needed to really have the price action confirm this to you. So pretty cool, right? I mean, I can't tell you where the trend is going to end, but I have a decent idea. Excuse me, I can't tell you where the trend is going to go, but I have a decent idea where it's going to have a general chance of turning for the near term, right? Still not a trade, by the way, for us. The slope is red. It's probably going to come back down. Not a trade I really want to chase yet, but at least some semblance of a low here. Very likely we could make fresh red candle moves here for a double bottom, and only then, like at around 10:45, 11 o'clock, build a durable low that then trades back up towards the London session lows, like right over here, right over here in the 56s. It's very, very cool with the indicator as it is now, how you can just navigate the map and trade the structures in the best way you can. All right, I got to go, unfortunately, because I have a meeting. What's today? What's today? Is today Tuesday? Yeah, today's Tuesday. Oh yeah, I definitely got a meeting. Jesus, I'm losing my mind. I got to run, guys. Here's the red. Here's the green dot. Maybe that's the turn trade. I'm going to leave you with it. You guys have a great day. I will see everybody in Asia tonight for 7 o'clock. We're going to trade gold. Otherwise, we'll see everybody tomorrow. Everybody enjoy. Thanks a lot, guys. Take care. Oh, don't forget Apex accounts for the one and done trades tomorrow. Especially, we're going to trade the CPIs.